Men, we sabi. The one car, long day. There, but on a one south. Car, whoever, we like on a south. Car on and the car now, Obina. On good corner, on a south.
Sub-Zero. Where shall I see my home? Where shall I see my home? Where shall I see my home? I will never forget my home. My home.
What's the where from?
I was there front.
Where from?
To all my African brothers, not South Africans, I'm talking to my African brothers and sisters. It is not difficult at all. It is as simple as 1, 2, 3. If you come into South Africa, make sure your papers are right. Don't come to South Africa without papers. Make sure your papers are in order. Your house must be in order if you come to South Africa. Even us. We can't do anything without documentation. And we were born in South Africa. Even when we apply for jobs, they want IDs and CVs and all these sort of things that shows that we are South Africans. Documents are needed for our children even when they apply for school. So when you go into South Africa, make sure that your documents are right. Oh yeah, why?
If you're a Nigerian in South Africa, please leave South Africa. If you're a Nigerian residing in South Africa, it is time to leave that country. If you don't have the means to leave South Africa, report yourself to the nearest immigration in South Africa. And if you have the means to leave South Africa, please do come back home, come back to Nigeria. And if you don't want to come back to Nigeria, there's a possibility that you can travel to another country with your Nigerian passport from South Africa. So do your best to leave South Africa. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I just need you to understand that the government of South Africa can no longer guarantee the safety of every Nigerian in South Africa. And South Africans are fed up with Nigerians. They are tired of Nigerians. And South Africans are no longer waiting for law enforcement agency in South Africa to take actions against Nigerians. South Africans are now taking actions against Nigerians on their own. And I'm not going to sit here and blame South Africans. Because at the end of the day, South Africans are not reacting to Nigeria as a nation. They don't hate Nigeria as a country. South Africans are reacting to patterns. South Africans are reacting to the reputation created by a fraction of Nigerians operating on the street of South Africa. So the resentment, the hostility that some South Africans are displaying towards Nigerians residing in South Africa today is more of a repercussion of the actions of a fraction of Nigerians within South Africa. Okay? So at the end of the day, this is what you get when the worst among you is your global ambassador. Because the reality is that the worst among Nigerians are the representative of Nigerians in South Africa. And it's unfortunate. So the reputational damage that most Nigerians in South Africa are facing today is based on the actions of few Nigerians in South Africa, the reckless actions of few Nigerians. Most Nigerians in South Africa, especially those that are operating on the street, those that are there for survival, they don't care about the consequences of their actions, but they will not escape karma. And you know what they say? When actions create noise long enough, the backlash becomes louder than the individuals that caused it. They say reputation is like what? Smoke. Once it fills the room, but the innocent will cough. That is what Nigerians are facing in South Africa today. It is the consequences of the actions of few Nigerians residing in South Africa, present and the past. The reputational damage that Nigerians in South Africa are facing today. So at the end of the day, you won't blame South Africans. The reality is that South Africans are fed up. They are tired. Okay? So the resentment did not appear overnight. It grew from repeated incidents, repeated controversies, negative headlines about Nigerians. And South Africans are done with it. They are tired. It is enough. That's what South Africans are simply saying. Are you a good Nigerian? Are you a bad Nigerian? We don't care. Don't come to South Africa. And if you're a Nigerian residing in South Africa, leave. That is all they are saying. We are tired of Nigerians in South Africa. And it's not just South Africans that are saying this. Kenyans are saying the same thing. Ghanaians are saying the same thing. The question is why? And please don't come to my comment section and say stuff like they hate Nigerians, they are jealous of Nigerians. You can't say that to me. Matter of fact, I won't buy that. Because at the end of the day, this is not just about South Africans. Different countries around the world are complaining about the actions of Nigerians. So, whether you agree with me or not, the actions of some Nigerians in different countries around the world is unimaginable, unlawful, lawlessness. Some Nigerians don't care about the consequences of their actions. And it's crazy. Some of us take pride in that. But it doesn't make sense. And this is not me trying to justify hatred, xenophobic, or whatever you may call it. Because at the end of the day, violence is a crime. But one thing is clear. When criminal networks in South Africa linked to Nigerians in different cities in South Africa continue to dominate headlines, you don't expect South Africans to fold their arms and watch. It won't make sense. And even if they do, trust me, in the next 20 years, South Africa will collapse. Okay? So South Africans must stand up and defend South Africa, regardless of what non-South Africans are saying. As a citizen of any country, it is their constitutional duty to defend your country. You are obligated to do that. Okay? You must defend your country. If foreign nationals are posing as threats to your existence as a citizen, it is your fundamental right to air out your frustration and take action if necessary. So when a foreign national refuses to adhere to the instruction of his host country, the foreign national must be brought to book. So that foreign national will learn. In a plain language, if you travel to another country and you don't want to respect the law of that country, the people in that country will teach you how to respect their law. In a nutshell, a diaspora that refuses to police itself will eventually be policed by resentment. The people in that country that you reside will teach you how to follow their laws, peacefully or violently, or else you'll be kicked out. And it is not hatred. It is not anti-foreign nationals. It is what? Pro-responsibility. So, Nigerians in South Africa, at this point, it doesn't matter if you are there with a complete paper, you are doing the right thing, it doesn't matter. It is shameful. It may not be the cause of what is happening to Nigerians in South Africa today as a Nigerian, but at the end of the day, it is the consequence of the actions of some Nigerians within South Africa. Like I said before, when a player plays recklessly, his team will pay the price of his recklessness. The simple law of nature. And if you think not every Nigerian in South Africa is a criminal, then apply the law of multitude. If majority of Nigerians in South Africa are into illegalities, so it means South Africans are not wrong if they label Nigerians in South Africa criminals.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Your #1 spot for trending news and hot gist across Africa and beyond. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any updates. Right now, South Africa is making headlines again as reports emerge about the deportation of illegal foreigners. This issue is sparking serious debate both online and offline. But what's really going on? Who is affected? And why now? Stay with me, because this story is deeper than what is happening. According to recent developments, South African authorities have intensified efforts to identify and deport individuals living in the country without proper documentation. These operations are reportedly happening in several major cities, where immigration officers are conducting checks and enforcing immigration laws. The government says this move is aimed at maintaining national security, reducing crime, and ensuring that immigration laws are respected. So why is this happening now? Experts suggest a few key reasons: increasing pressure on government to address illegal immigration, concerns about unemployment among citizens, rising crime rates being linked, rightly or wrongly, to undocumented individuals. However, it's important to note that these are complex issues, and many people argue that blaming foreigners alone does not solve deeper economic challenges. Public reaction has been mixed. Some South Africans support the move, saying it's necessary to protect jobs and improve security. Others are concerned about human rights, warning that such operations could lead to discrimination or unfair targeting of certain groups. On social media, the conversation is intense, with people sharing different opinions and experiences. This situation also highlights a bigger issue across many countries: immigration policies and how governments balance law enforcement with human rights. It's a sensitive topic that affects real people, families, and communities, so it's important to approach it with understanding and accurate information. What do you think about this situation? Do you support the deportation efforts? Or do you think there should be another approach? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's talk about it respectfully. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending news and gist. See you in the